really nice thing about the desserts is this is where I can help you understand the paths to creativity. All right? I want to tell you, a lot of people give up their power when it comes to raw food. All right? You didn't grow up making raw food, and so it's unusual to you. Now, if I said to you, I want you to make a grilled cheese sandwich, most of you would say, okay, what kind of bread do I use? What kind of cheese? Do I use oil or butter? How do I know when it's done? When do I put the cheese on? How do I cut it? You wouldn't do that, right? Right. Well, when it comes to raw food, people have that kind of reaction. What exactly do you put in this? And when I hear that, I know the empowerment has gone. All right? Because let me tell you, raw food is absolutely generous. It's generous, it's forgiving, it's sensual, it's just beautiful. I tell people, be what you eat. Right? If I make something and it didn't turn out like my expectations were, first I look at it and I say, do I like this? And if I do, then great, I have a new recipe. If I don't like it, then I can change it. Raw food is amenable to substitution and change because it hasn't been irrevocably damaged by excessive heat. Okay? Right? So, I can reincorporate it into something, I can dehydrate it, I can rehydrate it, I can do any number of things. And some of my best recipes were a result of what I initially called a mistake. Didn't turn out. Right? And because I'm willing to look at it and just go with it, it works. It's amazing. So, don't be afraid of raw food. We'll go over a few techniques that really help create a situation where you don't mess up a recipe beyond control, beyond repair. You know, I tell folks, look, just do a pinch and then adjust. That's why I have the tasting sticks. We'll make stuff and we'll try it 4 and 5 times and we'll make adjustments until we get it right, or until everybody's happy. All right? And if you just do a pinch at a time, and you taste and you make adjustments, it's almost impossible to mess up a recipe. Period. It's almost impossible. And chocolate, the ice cream, and the granola, we get to play. Right? I make custom-made chocolates and granolas for people during Christmas, for all my non-raw friends. During the year, they don't get my food. Okay. Okay, and then page 5. This is really important. See at the top? No dogma. All right? You guys are coming from OHI. You're dogma-full right now. Okay? OHI is not the program. That's what they'll tell you. This is a real life you're leading. It's a marathon, not a foot race. And you got to make it work. Dogma has no place in it. Perfectionism should have no place in it. When I went to OHI, I was a perfectionist when I got here. And I found out about the missionary program. I'm like, oh, thank God, I can learn this over 3 months. By week 2, I'm like, oh, no. When I leave detox, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm just kidding. Okay, but what happened to me was I realized if I tried to be perfect, if I tried to stick to this program, within 2 weeks I would fail. I would self-sabotage, it would be over, and then my bid to create a lifestyle of ever-improving health would be over. And so when I was at OHI, I made this one commitment to myself. I said, 5 things. I'll take home 5 things, and I'll make it a permanent part of my life. And then maybe I'll come back in a couple of years, and I'll take home another 5 things. But I won't try to do this whole program perfectly. And just those 5 things in teaching class, I lost 150 pounds, and I kept it off. And, you know, that has been the best thing I ever did, was not try to be perfect. Right? And along with that mode of thought, I just want to share that OHI is only one way to do a detox program. Right? There are 3 major detoxification and cleansing centers in the United States. OHI is one, Hippocrates Health Institute is one, and Tree of Life is another. They all have different programs. OHI is the most strict. It is geared for you to detoxify the fastest. Right? And the other thing about OHI, it is the most economical of all 3. So the reason why I tell you this is, if you just look at what OHI has to offer and what their menu is in their diet, you would think that coconut isn't cleansing food, right? But if you look at Hippocrates, if you look at Tree of Life, they have coconut. They have coconut water, they have coconut meat. And with coconut meat, you can make the most divine yogurt you've ever had. So let me just have you have some. So this is a yogurt made out of coconut meat and Rejuvelac. Now this is, I promise you, the only thing I use Rejuvelac for in my food. There will be no hidden Rejuvelac anywhere else. Okay?
Do you make coconut cheese?
This weekend. And that's why I teach. Because I spent a whole career as an attorney, 15 years. And in one class with you guys, I get more satisfaction than I got in a whole 15 years of being an attorney. And I make a difference every day when you guys say, I can help you make the granola classroom. So anyway, it gives me absolute pleasure, and you guys are my support group, and I want to thank you for being here.
Thank
and,
you.
You're so welcome.